All right, you guys, welcome back to Season 2 in Vanguard, and we have here in the background here the Whitley LMG. Now, I just don't throw that word around lightly, and I'm talking about the word meta. But after my testing and the results that you guys are about to see, the Whitley is definitely a weapon that I do categorize as a meta weapon. So meta weapon is definitely a weapon, if you guys don't know, a weapon that is truly unstoppable in a gunfight. And I'm going to set you guys up with the correct attachments, show you guys my data after what I gathered from testing. So if you guys are also interested in checking out the KG-M40, which is another new DLC weapon that just dropped in Season 2, and the stats and the class setup that I do recommend, make sure to check it out on my channel. I already covered it, and let me know what you think of these two weapons. Is this enough for you guys to hop back onto Vanguard Season 2? So anyways, leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it, and subscribe if you're brand new around here. Join Turbo Nation today. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite flavor of G Fuel is. And speaking of which, I'm drinking that right now, and I'm actually drinking the blue ice flavor. Oh my goodness, dude, this is definitely something that you need to get your day started. If you're trying to go to work, you're trying to work out, you're trying to game, you're trying to be cracked, etc., etc., make sure to use code turbo at checkout at gfuel.com. Link down below in the description. Let's get into it, baby.
It's turbo time.
All right, so let's just get straight into the numbers here. So if you guys are new to the channel and you guys are wondering how can I trust this guy, well, long story short, I like to do my own testing on the weapons when they do come out. As you can see, I've covered, you know, pretty much everything. The spreadsheet's pretty much zoomed in right now, but I've pretty much covered every single weapon that people are most likely going to use, and I just like to break it down for you guys so you guys have an idea of what are the best attachments to use on your weapons. So focusing here on the Whitley. The Whitley has a base of 3 shots to kill. Now the TTK is 218 milliseconds, and if you want to make it a 2-shot kill, these are pretty much the only attachments you're gonna need, and this is what makes the Whitley super incredible as an LMG especially. And we're gonna get into the other you know, pros and cons later. As you can see, I do have a little category here for that. But for the Whitley, all you really need is the 150 round boxes magazine. So this is absolutely insane. 150 rounds, and this instantly grants you a 2-shot kill. This is 2 shots to the head as well as to the body. So no matter how bad your accuracy is, you're still gonna get a 2-shot kill, of course, if you know, you land your shots. Now another thing I do want to point out is you don't need the 150 round boxes magazine if you're trying to get a 2-shot to the head. So you know, when you're leveling up this weapon at first, if you want to guarantee a 2-shot, all you need is to just shoot to the head and you're gonna get a 2-shot kill. Now moving on here, so when you add this attachment, this special magazine that increases your damage, you're gonna get a 140 millisecond time to kill. Obviously this is absolutely amazing. Now you're still gonna get a 2-shot kill with the 150 round boxes plus the Gracie MK9, and the TK and the TTK is 140 milliseconds. Now this is highlighted green because this is what I do recommend you guys to use. It's the 150 round plus the shrouded barrel. So here is where the pros and cons come in. Now, this being an LMG, obviously there's gonna be some issues with mobility, right? So with this barrel attachment, the shrouded, you're gonna get a pro of both accuracy and speed. Now don't get me wrong, accuracy is still gonna be something that you're gonna have to be conscious of trying to control when you're in a gunfight, but if you do add the attachments that I'm going to show you guys later on in the video, you are going to be just fine, and your accuracy is going to be 100% so much better with those attachments. Now the only con here with using these two here is that slight skill is needed to control accuracy. So take this with a grain of salt. Obviously, it's going to vary from player to player because we all have different types of experience that we're working with here. But, you know, if you're a pretty experienced Call of Duty player, you shouldn't really feel the effects of the cons here that come with this. And the best part about this attachment combo is that this dramatically lowers your TTK to 113 milliseconds. So this is actually really insane, and it's a 2-shot kill at the same time. So this is why I see the Whitley as a meta type of weapon. Also, on top of the fact that it kind of feels like an assault rifle at the same time because of the mobility that you do get when you add the attachments I'm going to show you guys later on in the video. Now, as far as this right here for pros and cons, the pro is accuracy. So when you're building your class setup for accuracy, you are going to notice your con is going to be some speed. So obviously you're going to be a little bit slower, but the best part is you're going to have super great accuracy with this class setup, and it's still going to be a 2-shot kill with a slightly higher TTK. So I would say go for this if you're more of a beginner, you're new to Call of Duty, and you're not really that great with accuracy. And I would definitely go with this one right here if you're more experienced. So hopefully this clears things up of what attachments you should use. And by the way, this is just a baseline for what you can build your class setup around. You know, just because I'm showing you these two doesn't mean that you have to go with whatever I'm going to show you next. This is just my recommendation. You can build your class setup around these combinations of attachments however you like. You know, it's all really up to you, but all I'm saying here at my point is that these are the two attachments that you should definitely be using. Now, one thing worth noting here is that the Vital, Hollow Point, and Incendiary, they have no effect on your shots to kill. And this is definitely something that I do like to point out when I'm giving you guys class setups to use, because we all do get a little confused when they talk about Vital, Hollow Point, and Incendiary, you know, because we all know it varies from weapon to weapon. And on the Whitley, it doesn't really matter. You're still going to get a 2-shot kill regardless if you're using this magazine right here, and that's the most important thing that I do want to point out. So let's go ahead and talk about the class setup now. All right, so now that you guys know a little bit more about the weapon, the stats behind it, and what attachments are best, this is going to be my class setup recommendation for you guys right here. So for the Whitley, for the muzzle, we're going to be using the Mercury silencer. So this is basically a staple attachment that I like to use on all of my weapons in Vanguard, because it pretty much gives us the best of both worlds of being able to suppress our weapon when we're using it. It helps us stay stealthy off the minimap when we're using our weapon. So obviously this is going to give you a little bit of an advantage of being undetected by opponents. And also at the same time, it gives us a nice little boost to our recoil control. So obviously we do want that on our side when we're in our gunfights. Now for the barrel. So this is where you have a bit of an option depending on your skill level, whether you're a beginner or you're advanced. So if you're more of an advanced player, I do recommend you guys to use the shrouded barrel. Now the reason why is because this is going to give you a slight boost to your fire rate, but in turn it's going to make your recoil just a little bit harder to control. But it's not going to be too bad if you know how to control and counteract recoil patterns. And plus the Whitley, if you've ever used it, it's actually really easy to use in general already. So this is going to help increase the fire rate as well as our movement speed. So obviously this is going to create some aggression and also help reduce that time to kill. Now, if you're more of a beginner, you have, problems controlling recoil, then I do recommend using the Gracie MK9. Now we do get the invert here because this will help us with accuracy quite a bit, as you can see the stats there. But the only drawback is going to be your speed. Now, as a beginner, you're not really going to be, running around the map aggressively. You're more likely going to be posting up. It is an LMG after all, so you can use this at longer ranges. So speed isn't really going to be too much of your concern. Now, as far as the accuracy goes, this is going to be straight up laser beam. Like, you don't even have to really counteract the recoil too much when you're using this attachment. You're going to really find the benefit of it to be really, really great. Now, it does reduce your fire rate as well. So ultimately, your TTK is not going to be as high, but as you saw in the spreadsheet, it's still going to give you a really nice TTK regardless, and it's still going to be a 2-shot kill. Now, for the optic, this is optional. You don't have to use an optic at all, but if you want to have a little bit more aim down sight speed, then you can go ahead and use the Shirashi Large Type 05. They also do have another one here at the bottom, the Custom Type 15. Honestly, I used both. I didn't really see too much of a difference. Now, actually, the iron sights on this is pretty good as well. Like I said, it's an option if you want to go this route, but using these two attachments right here will give you more of an aim down sight speed boost. Now, if you are worried about recoil control, you can take it a step further and use something like the G16 2.5X. So I really like this attachment. In fact, I do use it quite frequently on pretty much most of my guns, including SMGs, because the visibility in Vanguard is not that great, and most of the maps, they do have long range type of gunfights. So this is only going to help you, not hurt you, and also you can still use it in a gunfight that's up close and personal and not really be too blindsided by opponents who are, you know, in your surrounding areas. So G16 2.5 if you have a problem controlling recoil and you want that extra insurance. Now for stock, we're going to be using the 𝗧𝗘𝗥𝗕𝗧. This will help out with accuracy, aim down sight speed, and aim walking movement speed. Proficiency, we're going to be using hard scope to help out more with our accuracy. And kit, we're going to be using fully loaded. Rear grip is going to be stippled grip. And magazine, this is the most important attachment, as I was saying in the stat sheet portion of the video, because this is going to help increase your damage, and this is what is going to transform this gun into a 2-shot kill. There is 100 health in Vanguard, so obviously if you do the math, it's 68 damage. It should only take 2 shots to kill your opponent. So for ammo type, we're going to be using lengthened, and this is going to help with our bullet velocity. Now, like I was saying, hollow point as well as in 𝗫𝗔𝗓 does not do anything at all. So don't worry about those two attachments. It's not really going to benefit you when you're using this exact same class setup. Now for the underbarrel, we're going to be using the Mark 6 skeletal underbarrel. So that's pretty much it as far as the attachments that I do recommend you guys to use. Let me know down below in the comments, what do you think of the Whitley? Do you think that this is a meta weapon? I definitely do think so. I like the iron sights, it's beautiful. I like the movement on it as well. The recoil is manageable, and it is an absolute beast of a fast killing weapon. So hope you guys did enjoy. If you found this information helpful, a like definitely goes a long way. I'd really appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe to make your way back to the channel. Join 𝗪𝗏𝗡 today, make it official, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's get it. Yo, if you guys are always on your computer all day, or you like to game for long sessions, definitely check out gameradvantage.com for these blue light blocking glasses. Quite literally the best blue light glasses that you can ever find on the market. Make sure to check out gameradvantage.com and just learn more about it, man. There's so many benefits to keeping your eyes nice and healthy. You won't feel that strain at the end of the day, and you'll go to sleep like a baby at the end of the day, and that's the best part. You won't feel tired at all. Definitely check out gameradvantage.com. Use code TURBO at checkout.